And that massive debt has some calling for more consumer protections for student borrowers. The call comes from the National Association of Consumer Bankruptcy Attorneys, or NACBA. And one of the people watching all this closely is Patricia DeFlo of Tucson, who's been trying for 18 years now to have her student loan debt discharged.
$11,100.
Pat's $11,000 loan went into default after she was diagnosed with aggressive arthritis and couldn't work. We brought you her story in November. Today, her debt is $40,000. When the News 4 investigators interviewed Secretary of Education Arne Duncan for the original story, we told him about Pat's story.
I'd be happy off the air to get her personal information and try and follow up and figure out what the facts are there.
How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Since then,
I received no contact from the Department of Education.
in the meantime, she continues to try to get the current holder of her loan to process the medical discharge.
I submitted a letter saying that I had no earned income for that 3-year probationary period, which is what they requested. They dictated that.
The company says it's now up to the feds to approve the discharge.
It would take 90 to 120 days.
So why does it take this grandmother of 7 18 years to get this far? Bankruptcy attorney Kathy Johnson says by 2005, laws were changed, leaving student borrowers with little to no consumer protection.
I have a lot of clients that come in with student loan debt, and very, very, very few are able to get rid of them. It's very difficult.
That's why attorneys like Johnson are seeking the following changes: restore the bankruptcy discharge for student loans, reimpose a statute of limitations of student loan collections, improve oversight of private collection agencies. Now, the Department of Education responded to the News 4 Tucson investigators with this statement here. The department cannot address personal information about a borrower due to the Privacy Act. We've reached out to the borrower to assist with resolving this matter. Once the department receives a complete application that includes the appropriate documentation for total and permanent disability discharge, we are able to process it in a reasonable time frame. More links and information on this at kvoa.com. Tom McNamara, News 4 Tucson.